If you bark, meow, quack, whinny, or have someone in the house that does, this is the talk show for you. It's the Mid-Michigan Pet Expert Talk Show on 1320 WILS.
We're back here on the Mid-Michigan Pet Expert Talk Show, and this week we're having a conversation about bully breeds. We have with us in the studio Jamie Lampman, the Director of Ingham County Animal Control, and Jennifer Petrie, who is the founder of Stiggy Dogs.
Well, one of the things I think that's really important that you hit on is kind of like the social stigma and the public perception of these dogs. So besides being responsible owners for the owners that have these dogs, I think that other people need to, and then we all need to get the word out of the good stories that these dogs do and what these dogs are all about. As an example, working at the Humane Society, and this is one example of countless that I'm sure that you see, there would be this lady who will walk in with her little toddler, and they'll love this dog, and they'll be nose to nose at the cage, and the schmucky wookie and the dog, and the toddler sticking its candy-coated fingers through the cage, and they'll stand up to see what the dog is, and the second they read like pit bull, it's like, all their conscious, everything goes out the window. The common sense goes out the window. They were just nose to nose with this dog and loved it and were ready to take it home. But yet the preconceived notion was so there and it was so impacted that even though they're looking at something sweet in front of them, they grab their child and walk away. And I'm sure you see that all the time there. So I think building that public awareness out there, for the people that are home right now or that are around that want to try to help, volunteer, go to some of the rescues, go to some of the shelters, spend the time with these animals. I have countless times had people call me, I will never own another breed. This is the greatest animal, breed out there. Thank you so much for changing my perception. So sometimes just, one dog at a time, one person at a time has kind of been my motto of baby steps to change that social perception.
And what is it about these breeds? Is it the fact that people there's something physically about the characteristics of them? Is it just that because they create a fear factor that they use it almost in place of a security system because they're fearful? Well, elaborate on that.
Well, I think because of a lot of the false claims and a lot of the unreported stuff that's out there that it does. I mean, it creates a fear, and the fear is mind-numbing. It stops all of your common sense. So, that's a big issue that we have to get. And people are believing the myths. You throw a one-liner out there that pit bulls are aggressive, that's all they're going to hear. If you throw that they have jaws that lock, I can't tell you how many people think that they're, anatomically made different than other dogs, and they're not. So that's and when you look at pictures and billboards and stuff, they're showing the meanest, scariest. So it's a perception that we're being brainwashed almost on a daily basis, and we're believing that and seeing that.
Jennifer, what is your perspective on it?
Well, mine goes back to the public perception. So I'm going to, put a shout out there to all the owners out there that do have pit bulls that are responsible owners to, have them be an ambassador of the breed. And part of what our organization with Stiggy's Dogs is that we take these dogs that we rescue from different organizations and groups, and we train them as emotional therapy dogs. So my passion is with the bully breed. So our dog right now that we're training is an American Bulldog Pit Bull mix. And again, it just gets the word out. I have a blog going. You can follow that. But, I've taken our dog to the fair, and there was this little tiny girl that wanted to pet it. So here I have this picture of my big burly looking pit next to this sweet little girl with a smile on her face. So it's those images that people need to see, and it's that. So the more public awareness that we can build and the more that we can do personally on